It's Nolan. It seems I've been missing from the scene, but I'm always coming right back. In the city, just a couple niggas with me, cause I know I gotta watch my back. And I'ma be the realest when the dog falls out. And I'ma still be standing when the sky fall out. They say it's gang gang till it's time to roll out. But when them things bang, where them niggas at now? Real nigga for life. They thought I disconnected from my essence, Rocking shades, but never blocking my blessings, Come from a place where it's dreary like fatal fury. The hardest fight that you face is a jury. We never worried, nigga. Ain't seen a marriage providers coming, we grown for it. Gun smoking new pause, death stuff in new force. True gold, blue tour, shooting at your coupe door. Niggas catch a body, then rap about it on TuneCore. That's why I'm distant in my DMs. Rappers trying to be friends, but I don't think to me sin. I've been on some business, building LinkedIn. Signature like in stores. Won't even touch your fucking track without an invoice. Develop habits to elevate in my brackets. I notice most of my peers to get comfortable being stagnant over 10 years. Trying to plant my feet in the ground, but not a taste of victory is about as sweet as it sound. Yeah.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. This is not going to be a very long video. However, we got to get into it, man. We now have at least a portion of the Kendrick Lamar Chains and Whips verse with the Clipse. All right, the Clipse are out in Paris right now with Pharrell for I think they're about to do the Paris Fashion Week thing out there with Louis Vuitton. Pharrell is debuting all new designs with of course pushing Malice. But in the time of them being out there, they're playing songs from the new album. And we now have video of the Clipse and Pharrell playing the infamous verse. The verse that got them in all of the trouble with Def Jam and UMG. The verse that they had to pay multiple millions of dollars to be let out of their contract so that they could be independent and go over to Roc Nation. The verse that was basically the wedge between them successfully putting their album out or having to figure out another way to go about these things. The verse that was being censored. The verse we've been talking about for weeks. We finally have it. I ain't gonna waste too much motherfucking time. Let's go ahead and play it because I feel like UMG or somebody going fucking circle the block. Well, UMG can't. So it will be Roc Nation at this point. But let's see what the fuck we got here. Oh, shit, man. Big shout out to CY Shells. Okay? Kendrick Whips and Chains verse. Let me go ahead and press play, man. Let me shut the fuck up. Oh, yo! Y'all hear that fucking alliteration in there? The Jenna, show up to your gender reveal, the gin and juice, the gender. Oh, shit. Niggas said some shit about ginger root. What the fuck? Yeah. I gotta run that shit back. Hold on. I ain't the one to collide with. Hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. He said, I'm killing this shit. Hip hop just died again, Nas. But I'm going to look out for Rakim on the way out. Hold the fuck up. Hold on.
Brings murder and sirens. Let's be clear. Every song
show up at your gender reveal and tell him, give me mine. This nigga going.
I am the general, wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis, let the sun explode. Niggas want the tea on me, well here's the ginger root.
Niggas want the tea on me, well here's the ginger root. Here the ginger tea for you niggas. And that's not even the whole verse. That's not even the whole fucking verse. Niggas want the tea on me, well here's the ginger root. I generate residuals. And that's not even the whole fucking verse. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. His talent, of course. I sent your ass back to the cosmic. So that's why it's so controversial. Because he said, I sent your ass back to the cosmic. I sent your ass back to the friendly skies, nigga. I murked your dumb ass. I'm out. So this had to be put out after the verse. I mean, this had to be recorded after the beef. The things I've seen under my eyelids, kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Ain't kaleidoscope dream, ain't that, what is that, Frank Ocean album, ain't it? Nah, I'm bugging, fucking Miguel. I was just talking about Miguel the other day. Miguel shit, kaleidoscope dreams. Murder and sirens. Let's be clear, Hip hop died again, and half of my profits may go to rock him. Right? And remember on Whacked Out Murals, he say this ain't for the lyricists, right? So this is for real shit. This is, you know what I mean? So that all that hip hop shit, I'll be the nigga to kill it and bring that shit back to life. That nigga going crazy on here. Now we fuck, man. We still got a few more weeks until this album drop to hear this shit in full effect, to get the full verse, to hear it in full HD. God damn it. And that nigga was the gen shit he was doing. Oh my goodness. This nigga was going ape shit. So, for people that felt like we were going to get nostalgia all over again, we did. In a different way. In a different form. Right? But this is also a testament to, you know, some people felt like, and this is just what I've been seeing. Some people felt like, you know, Kendrick may have taken, you know, some of the bars out on his more recent records. So this is also showing that he can bar up and go crazy with the metaphors and still go crazy with the wordplay, because that fucking alliteration that he was getting into, that's old school Kendrick. That's a decade ago Kendrick. He's still there. So he's showing niggas, don't get this shit fucked up because I'm out here making, you know what I'm saying, making palatable music and doing this big ass tour and whatever, nigga. I still got that in me. I could still tap into that zone and scorch everything just off that. I still got that funk flex in me, nigga. Where I'll pull up to the radio station and bomb on shit. I could still do that shit. Don't think just because it's new niggas out here and I'm a vet now and I've been, you know what I mean? I'm moving on into another phase. Shit getting crazy. This is the verse, people. This is the verse. Now, let me get into DJ Head because he said something the other day, I think yesterday or the day before, where he reiterated that niggas ain't getting rid of Dot no time soon. Basically telling niggas to grab a seat, grab a snack, and stay tuned. All right, so I had to do some digging because I'm like, where the fuck is the shit that I saved? All right, so it says here, year 2 so far has been a statement year for Kendrick. If you're not with this, it's about to be a long next few years for you. He's saying, I'm here, I'm present. You're going to have to deal with me because this ain't going away.
Because this is the statement year. So I think, like I said, I don't remember when I said it, maybe last year. If you're not with this,
the Olympics are still coming.
It's gonna be a long.
The Olympics are still coming.
It's gonna be long for you.
South Park movies and shit are coming.
Hey, stay on stream and go on tours. That's all you can do.
Tours. Save your money.
Stay on stream and go on tours. That's all you're gonna be able to do because this ain't going away.
I love that. See, that's my favorite part. My highlight of just the BET Awards is, I mean, it's theatrics with some cool performances. Everything's cool, but Kendrick showing up was the highlight to me.
5 BET Awards, 5 Grammys, 2019.
He was there.
That's not that long ago. That's not that long ago.
Yeah, I think it's a statement year. I think Dot is making it known, making his presence felt on everywhere. And
went that well.
You know, him and Solana
go
pulled
see me
up.
and SZA on tour. Go see him and SZA on tour.
Yeah, I think he's making a statement that I'm here, I'm present, and you don't have to deal with me.
All right, that's DJ Head. That's his estimation. Of course, we know better than anybody over here. We can't take DJ Head's word as definitive. Things that he says may come to fruition at later points, or sometimes he may speak out of turn. I don't think he's a liar by any means because he has inside information. It's just that he's so cryptic with how he speaks and all of that. But, you know, he says this is a statement year, so we might not be done. Even with this Clipse verse that we just listened to, that might not be the end of it, right? Once he fully wraps the tour, who knows what else could be in store? You know what I mean? Like when he really gets some time, because we know for sure, wasn't he in the studio in New York? Was I tripping? But I thought people were saying that Kendrick was heading into a studio in New York. I don't think he was going in that motherfucker just to listen to some shit, but you know, maybe he just wanted to hang out. I don't know. I don't know how he get down with his studio etiquette. Okay? But he may not be done. He may be spinning a block. Now, when I say spinning a block, I mean musically. I'm not talking about diss records. I personally, as much as I enjoyed the Kendrick and Drake beef and the songs that we got out of it and the era that has spawned from it, when I hear Kendrick Lamar music moving forward, I'm not going to go into it with the belief that he's dissing somebody or has to diss somebody or, you know, to try to pigeonhole him into a diss rapper. So whatever you decide to come out with, sir, I will be all ears. I'm here for it. Okay? If Kendrick never battles again in our lifetime, I will be perfectly satisfied. You know what I'm saying? I like all the albums. I like all, you know what I mean? I'm content. You ain't got to do that shit. You know what I mean? If you want to speak on Joey and let that be a thing, cool. If not, I'm cool with it too. You feel me? The nigga did his shit. So I'm all ears. Now, I will say, as excited as I am to hear this Chains and Whips record, because we've now heard Push's verse, we've now heard No Malice's verse, and we've now heard probably at least half to the majority of Kendrick's verse. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that it leaked. Or I won't say leaked because they're playing it in public. But I am a little bit disappointed that, because I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to talk to y'all about it. I'm happy. I don't want nobody to misconstrue my words. But I actually kind of wanted to wait until the entire album was out to talk about that record, to talk about that verse, to get into the whole ambiance of the record, to get into like the entire album. And like, kind of like when Playboi Carti shit dropped, right? Like everybody had to tune into the Playboi Carti album, and then we got the Kendrick verses, and then it was like, okay, now what's he saying? Who's he talking to? What's going on? I was kind of hopeful that we would have that experience rather than getting a piece of it via video, and then now we still got a couple weeks, and it kind of like by the time the album drops, we know the majority of the verse. It's not a severe level of disappointment because I'm always excited to hear more Kendrick, you know, just to talk about Kendrick, just to even, you know, just to see a fucking registration of the Bodies Deets record is conversation, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I think that I wish we would have had to wait a little bit longer to experience this in full HD, you know? And that's just the audiophile in me. That's just the album lover in me, to hear like how this song was gonna be sequenced in the grand scheme of the album. To hear that verse, to have that shock value of that first listen. I feel like that's been diminished just a little bit. I'm still anxious to hear it. You know, it's an excellent verse. But you know, just me being a fan. Now, one thing I do want to get into before I go is y'all know I released the video talking about Joey Badass and talking about Kendrick, TDE, Absol, all the guys over there. I do want to say I love y'all, man. I fuck with y'all, and I don't want nobody to misconstrue me responding to your comments as me being angry or being anything. I'm just trying to, what I fight for is to try to keep things aligned with truth as much as possible. Keep things aligned with reality as much as possible. I know everybody loves Kendrick Lamar. I know that, you know, the love is overwhelming for Kendrick Lamar. But I do feel like there is a certain level of advocacy and defending Kendrick Lamar that is quite toxic. This is not going to be the first time that I've talked about this. Y'all have heard me talk about this. Because when you take it to the point to where you start diluting the timeline of how things panned out, I have to question your integrity. I had somebody literally say to me, man, Kendrick ain't got to wear something about Joey, blah, blah, blah. And then said, Kendrick ain't got to respond to nobody. He would have even ignored Drake if he didn't talk about his family. And I'm like, bruh, like that drop before Drake had a chance to talk about his family. What are we talking about? What are we doing? I understand we're passionate. I understand we're fans. I understand. But what made you lie like that? There was another one where somebody was like, why would Joey take shots at Kendrick Lamar when the battle was between him and Rayvon? And I'm like, Joey took shots at Kendrick Lamar when the Control verse dropped a decade ago. He dropped a whole record. He said it in his diss record. Go back and listen to it, Illuminati Part 2. He said in the interview, I want to go toe-to-toe with the best. Why is that such a problematic thing? But y'all loved it when Kendrick took out Drake. Joey Badass ain't going to take out Kendrick. He ain't got no chance. I don't think they're going to actually have that battle. I don't think he's worth that battle. But what the fuck, man? Why? And Joey took the shot in Kendrick's direction first with the too much dick licking. When he said that, we all knew because Kendrick was the king. You know what I mean? He'd been the king of the West, but he positioned himself as king of the West, and he led a charge of a West Coast resurgence. So when Joey says too much West Coast dick licking, he's going at that thing. Rayvon then says, no, Dot ain't going to take time out his schedule to respond to your ass. So let me do what I do. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump the top, nigga. You got to go through the motherfucking West Coast contenders, which nobody had no problem with Rayvon taking on that challenge. Right? Because regardless of how close they may be in status, Joey is above Rayvon. Nobody was mad at Rayvon coming in and inheriting the beef and taking shots at Joey and dropping Crash Out Heritage and fucking Impossible Patties and all of that stuff. Everybody was excited about that. Everybody was happy for him to be defending his shit. Going at a larger artist. Like, let these niggas be men. Let these niggas be rappers. Let these men be competitive. Unless, you know what I'm saying? He ain't said nothing about Kendrick's family. He ain't said nothing personal about the nigga. He just saying, he didn't say he was a bigger artist. He didn't say he was necessarily a better artist. He said, I want to try my hand with the best. Why is that being misconstrued as criminal? Then you got people basically insulting my intelligence by saying I'm insulting your intelligence, or saying he's insulting your intelligence. When the nigga was asked the question, he answered the question. It was a much longer answer than I even anticipated. And people are still mad. Like, yo, like, let's be fans of this shit, man. If you don't like Joey Badass and that's just your stance, you don't like his music, you don't like his face, you don't like nothing about him, let that be the answer. I don't fuck with Joey. Say that. But when y'all start creating reasons that actually don't exist or are not aligned with reality, that's when it's like, bro, y'all are literally doing what the Drake fans be doing. Y'all are literally doing what, and I've experienced it on here. I've experienced it on Twitter from talking about situations. Like, don't fall into the trap of becoming those people. And it's an easy, slippery slope to fall into because you're so passionate. But those are the very people that you'll criticize. Those are the very people that you'll shit on and say they're dumb and they're stupid and they fight with emotions, not facts. But then, as somebody else enters the chat, Some of y'all are going up for Kendrick doing the very same thing that these other people are doing. And I gotta be honest with y'all because I fuck with y'all. I rock with y'all. And I don't want to see y'all go out sad. Just say, I don't fuck with Joey. Just say, I don't care what that nigga say. Fuck Joey. I'll accept that. Like, be the biggest hater. But you can't fight with misnomers and non-facts and then try to punch me and be like, no, Nolan, you don't know what you're talking about, and then proceed to show that you don't. Let's be better than that, all right? It's just a challenge. It's out of love, and I hope nobody takes it too personally, okay? I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll see y'all in a minute. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.